Please select a landing zone. Heading to Afghanistan.
Selected from the mission list. I sent a list of selectable missions to your iDroid. They're all jobs that only you can handle. Be careful down there, boss.
Yeah. Ha! 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 Yeah. Whoa, whoa. Yeah. 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 Whoa, whoa.
Marker removed.
Yeah. Yeah.
Enemy presence detected. The map has been updated. Analysis complete. Analysis complete. Analysis complete. Analysis complete.
Where are your friends? Speak.
The map has been updated. Analysis complete.
Subject on board.
Analysis
Leave the rest to us.
Where are your friends? Spit it out. Spit it out.
The map has been updated.
Where are the others?
The map has been updated.
He's coming too. Roger that.
Extraction arrived at Mother Base. Development complete. Enemy presence detected. The map has been updated. Enemy presence detected. The map has been updated.
There's sheep around. With the local residents gone, they've gone back to the wild.
Kaz, what about the unit that attacked us in the mist? You knew something about them.
That wasn't my first run-in with them. It happened right before I was captured by the Soviets. We were on the zero line that day,
Enemy presence
the Afghan
detected.
side,
The map
on our
has
way
been
back from
updated.
training the Mujahideen at a mountain camp in Kunar province. There's a lot of that work in Afghanistan. Most PFs shy away from it because it draws too much attention. But for us, that was the whole point. The job itself went great. We just had to make it back to a tribal area in Pakistan. But all of a sudden...
You made it to Surat power plant. Emmerich should be beyond the gate at the northern edge of the facility. We have no idea what he's doing back there.
in the mist.
But let's go find out.
The moment he went silent, we scrambled into formation, right before his arms and legs came raining down on us.
Complete.
It was always supposed to be a dangerous mission, so I had Diamond Dog's very best with me.
Margot placed.
We were calling out to each other,
Margot
but
placed.
one by one, their voices just went dead. Whatever happened to me, I lost consciousness before I knew it. When I came to, I was in a Soviet camp, tied to an interrogation chair.
Could they be some new Spetsnaz unit?
No. The ones that interrogated me were just the average rank and file. Whatever group attacked us, the way they moved was just insane. And that mist, appearing out of nowhere. The Soviets don't have tech like that.
If they did, Ocelot would have heard about it.
I doubt the West does either. Otherwise, the folks at Langley would be sleeping a lot easier.
Why'd they come after you?
Wish I knew. I'm the only one who survived. Though I don't think they planned it that way. If I was their target, they wouldn't have just handed me over to the 40th Army. Whatever the case, we need to watch our step until we know who they really are. And boss, if you ever do run into them again, don't try to take them on. You just get the hell out of there.
Enemy presence detected.
When I
The
first
map
started
has
dealing
been
with Zero,
updated.
with Cypher, it was a somewhat parasitic relationship. Though, a mutually beneficial one. Cypher had no army of their own, so they wanted us. They wanted our strength. They approached me as a potential business partner.
But they had other motives.
Cypher coaxed us into Central America, into that US-Soviet proxy war, to fuel Mother Base's growth.
Analysis complete.
Once we were big enough, they'd force us to
Analysis
join them.
Complete.
That was the
Analysis
plan.
Complete.
That's why they had Paz, still Zeke.
Analysis
Right.
complete.
And if we refused, she would use Zeke to fire a nuke from Mother Base. The world would consider us a liability, and countries would unite to destroy us.
Analysis complete.
We stopped the launch.
Marker
And yet they
placed.
still took us down. Through that fake inspection they orchestrated to cover up their sabotage. That power Cypher wanted. We don't have it anymore.
The
So why are
map
they
has
still after
been
you?
updated.
Is it just the fear of
complete.
leaving you alive?
I don't know. Was Zero really... All I know is the man I knew wouldn't want this.
What do you mean?
We have to consider that it might not be Zero we're dealing with.
We know virtually nothing about Cypher anymore. How big they've gotten, what they want, or even who they really are. The new Mother Base started out as a test drilling rig operated by a mineral resources supplier, but their project fell through. The Seychelles government was happy to hand the place over to us. It was just scrap on stilts. So with a few dummy construction companies set up as fronts, we started renovating the half-finished rig. From the outside, it looked like the project was back on rails.
Kaz, you...
What?
I see what you're doing. Recreating the Mother Base we had 9 years ago. Only this time.
That's right. The Mother Base Cypher thought they destroyed will return from the grave to kill them. We'll prove to the world that we were the victors.
Where are your friends?
And if we lose again?
They can't fool us the same way twice. Now our enemies are in plain sight. And when our organization gets too big, we split it across companies.
Analysis. The map
Any company
has
that
been
draws
updated.
attention gets liquidated, and its capital is back-channeled into a new company. Most PFs are small-time operations anyway. And in this business, the minnows go bankrupt all the time. We've never aroused suspicion. Plus, we have Hewick.
Hewick?
Human Exploitation Company. It's a business specializing in intel gathering. Think of it as a civilian intelligence agency.
Kaz, that's...
Remember what they were trying to accomplish at the prison facility in Cuba? That gave me the idea. We dispatch moles into conflict zones around the world, and each sets up an intel network on site. Then they stay in place to give us stable points of contact when other nations intervene in the conflicts. Hewick's strength is that it has a cutout at each level. You get your job from one guy, then you hand it off to another. No one has direct access. It's a perfect black box. Hewick members also work their way into the superpowers intelligence agencies to make sure Diamond Dogs gets
The
work.
map has been
We have those
updated.
countries by the balls. That's our deterrent when we need it.
networking. In the intelligence community?
Sure, that's how we've grown this far. And when you go out on missions, intel from Hewick will be there to back you up. But despite all that, Cypher has its eyes on us. The only reason I'm not dead is that they needed to know where you were. Figured if you woke up, I'd go straight to you.
That's why you made that ruckus at the Zero.
Subject on board. Leave the rest to us.
Work against them. I think it took some of the heat off Cyprus.
Kaz,
Then I just had to wait for you to save me.
Complete.
And I've gotten used to waiting.
Complete.
Kaz.
That's not all. It was a good chance to scout the market. And with the West wanting the Soviets out of Afghanistan, their agencies are bursting at the seams with funding. Boss, let's start by building up our Afghan presence.
Why put Mother Base in the Seychelles?
We're at the center of the world here.
We're all the way out in the Indian Ocean.
Come on. Lebanon, Sri Lanka, East Timor, and Africa. From here, our reach extends to conflict zones the world over, including Afghanistan, of course.
So it's prime real estate for a mercenary.
Exactly. Latin America isn't as close as I'd like, but we have Amanda and her people to help in that department. And besides, the Seychelles government owes us a favor.
Owes us.
The Seychelles has strong ties to the east, which the West wanted to shake up. It came to a head 3 years ago in an attempted coup. It was a force of South African mercenaries with U.S. backing behind the scenes. They were only platoon size, but South Africa is home to some heavy PFs. Too much for the Seychelles to handle. In the end, they accepted help from the Tanzanian army and quelled the coup. We set up the deal and handled on-site tactical instruction. That led to some training work for the Seychelles military. And when we put down a mutiny within their forces, well, we made a lot of people happy. They don't pay us. They just let us have a piece of their offshore territory on the promise we'll come running if something else happens.
So we're bodyguards, too.
It's a good setup. We can only take Mother Base so far here. We'll have to find somewhere else when this place starts getting big.
Aren't you being a little hasty?
Nothing hasty about it. You're back with us now.
Being updated.
So, Kaz, the ship that took us from Cyprus, it used to be a whaler.
Yeah, a Japanese vessel. How was the voyage?
It was... stimulating.
Well, she was part of a whaling fleet up until a few years ago. Her displacement isn't anything to write home about, but she can really move. She still had plenty of life left in her, but then the work dried up. Global opposition to whaling has been mounting for years.
Is that right?
The push to ban it has been gaining traction for a little over a decade. Individual species came under protection as the years went on. And then 2 years ago, the IWC adopted a moratorium on commercial whaling. Several countries, including Japan, fought it to the bitter end. But eventually, most whaling companies had no choice but to throw in the towel. You ever tried whale snake?
Can't say that I have.
When I was a kid in Japan, practically everybody ate it.
That good, huh?
The country was poor in those days, and whale was cheap. International opinions changed since then. In any case, that's why we were able to get a bargain price on the ship. Of course, we did end up spending 5 times the purchase price in modifications. We had to really work to fit in all the ESM and communications gear while keeping the whaler look intact.
Analysis complete.
Right now, she's going around conducting SIGINT missions. In the future, we plan to use her as a communications relay base between you and Mother Base, and also as a chopper resupply vessel. Diamond dogs. The word diamond originally comes from the Greek adamas. It means indomitable, unyielding. Other words for this...
You can disrupt communications between enemy outposts by destroying comms equipment. That'll prevent one post from sending reinforcements to another.
Flowers you laid on the boss's grave.
Map has been
They represent
updated.
innocence, as well as chastity, yielding to no man while maintaining one's virtue. In other words, staying loyal to something.
Speak.
The map has been updated.
Where are the others?
You have arrived at your destination.
Всем боевым группам, это КП. Вышел из строя целый ряд ламп. Похоже на проблемы с электроэнергией. Ближайший патруль. Проверить сеть питания. КП-2-4, Прием. КП, понял. Не делай этого. Будьте максимально осторожны. Конец связи.
Where are the others? Talk. Spit it out.
Снимите меня отсюда!
He's coming too. Roger that. You destroyed their anti-air radar? It wasn't one of the targets, but that's been a hole in their air surveillance. The chopper will be able to get in close now. You can designate a landing zone near the outpost.
Понял. Немедленно проверить и сдать оперативную сводку. Конец связи.
If he's on the brink of death, it's hard to say whether he'll survive.
Changes have already been finalized.
It's not operational yet. The remote piloting and AI control haven't reached the application stage.
Who said anything about an AI? That was Coldman's mistake 10 years ago.
Be that as it may, we'll need to modify postural control to accommodate a human pilot. I share your urgency, but we need more time to finish it.
We analyzed the transmission log. He's been in contact with Big Boss.
Right. Planning on leaving us, Doctor?
Huh? What? What?
I'm taking your legs back!
So you're just gonna kill me?
Sahelanthropus is mine now. Listen, I may dwell in the dark, but I refuse to be judged by your standards, traitor. I hope your friends give you what's coming to you. Take him to the base. Yes, sir. Transporting Emmerich to the base camp and returning to base.
We're shutting down. All units, strike camp and clear out.
We still have use for him.
job completed.
No doubt about it, boss. That man is your extraction target. Emmerich. The weapon system that disappeared into that cave, and the man who was with it. Emmerich must know something about what's going on. He was transferred to the Soviets' base camp. I've marked it on the map. Make your way to that base camp.
Kontakt! Не делай этого!
Where are your friends? Speak.
Analysis. The map has been updated. Analysis complete.
Speak.
The map has been updated. Intel
Nice
file
find.
obtained.
Analyzing the intel file you picked up. We've got a fix on the target. I've updated your map info. Check it on your iDroid. That's an enemy gunship. A single burst from his machine gun could cut a man in half. Tread carefully, boss.
Analysis complete. Analysis marker placed. Analysis complete. Analysis complete.
Where are your friends? Spit it out.
The map has been updated. Analysis complete. Analysis complete. Analysis marker placed. You have arrived at your destination.
Я не хочу
Where are the
умирать!
Talk.
The map has been updated. Analysis complete.
He's coming too. Roger that.
You have arrived at your destination.
Боевым группам! Это кафе! На нас напали! Всем подразделениям занять боевые позиции!
You gotta extract him.
Потерял противника! Ищу в последней точке
He's
соприкосновения!
coming too. Roger that.
Это КП, понял. Обследуйте сектор. Но осторожно. Конец связи.
Did you see that, boss? That giant weapon system that disappeared into the cave? I've, heard it was the Kremlin's biggest secret. I think that doctor has been working on it. And the man with the skull for a face. It's been on my mind since you encountered the skulls during the Honeybee mission. It's really,
Analysis complete.
boss. He's the commander of Cypher Strike Force XOF. Probably the mastermind of the attack 9 years ago.
Штаб!
If I even Zero parted ways.
Открыли огонь по сферу.
I'll look into it. You just focus on the mission.
Помогайте осторожно. Штаб! Это КП! Ответьте! Штаб! Ответьте! Штаб!
The map has been
Штаб!
updated.
Это КП! Штаб! Прием!
Come on.
Extraction arrived at Mother Base. Enemy analysis complete. The map has been updated. Analysis complete.
Нет, не делай этого!
Hands up.
Подожди!
Where are your friends? Talk.
The map has been updated. Guard post captured.
Я не
Where
хочу
are the others?
умирать!
Analysis complete.
You gotta extract him.